Hello friends and welcome to another YouTube video. Today I am excited to show you guys a different build prior to the original plans, and that would be the Café build. So I showed you before the plans to my island for Fae Falls. I have for you guys today my Café build. It'll be in two parts. With that being said and done and everything else, let's go ahead and get started in today's build. The entrance build will be coming very soon, and let's go ahead and move on. So with this build, I am using a kind of old, rustic, modernized, industrial feel for like a cafe. That's kind of like the idea I was going around. Modern industrial cafe. So I was doing a lot of experimenting within these first few minutes. At the beginning was trying to figure out like what I wanted in the kitchen or the cooking area. I know that I wanted to have like a dessert area and things like that, things where they would create these things. I imagine if they had an extra room to like do a kitchen or whatever, this is where it would be at, would be also like in the backside of where they get all their desserts and stuff made. But since this is Happy Home Paradise, you don't get really that option. I mean, I could have done that probably with the upstairs, which is the gallery area, but I didn't do that. So what I imagine in the Happy Home Paradise DLC and in that area is that the kitchen makes all their baked goods and delivers it to them, and they just heat up coffee and do coffee stuff and everything else like that for the customers fresh on scene. So that's a nice little idea to think about for this. So I was using Lottie as like a guest in the barstool area because I kind of figured like having like you know how some of those cafes have like really long countertop areas where you can just go and sit and eat and chat with whoever by a window or something, and it was really hard finding any of them that were like seamlessly coming together. I really liked how this one looked, but it really wasn't the style I was kind of going for. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. But you'll see that being changed later down the road. But I decided to cut a lot of that footage out because I was doing a lot of like figuring out like ideas that I want, like things that looked great and everything else like that. So I know that I wanted the room to be kind of split up into certain areas. So you have by the window area, you have a kitchen area, you have a couch area. Then in the center of the room, you would have like a little lounge-ish kind of area, or just like a seating area for like random seating. It was a lot of just trial and error figuring this out. So again, it was just a lot of trying to figure out. I was really trying to follow like what I had of like a color palette of black, warm darkish browns and blue and white as like accent colors. And that's kind of like what I was going for here. I really liked the marble pillars and stuff, so I really wanted to kind of incorporate that in here as well, just to add a little bit more of that black accent color into this as well. And that's kind of like the idea that I went behind. But I finally settled on the back table seating area. I forgot that there was this long desk looking slab of wood that you can use as like a table, and it kind of seamlessly goes together, and I really liked the way that looked. So I was like, that's it. That's what I was looking for. So I decided to leave that as is on the back, and we'll come back to it in a minute. And I just went ahead and went back to the kitchen area. I kind of wanted to have a dual monitor or several monitors back there to have displays of coffee, drinks, little dessert ideas and stuff like that for it. Of course, that'll be changing a little bit here and there for it. Not much, but it will change a little bit here and there for it. And then I definitely wanted to have the hanging like shelving unit that has a little bit of greenery on it, along with some cups and some plates, just to show that there are some other like colors and stuff like that. And I really like these hanging low lights. They just give it more of like a cafe or restaurant kind of feel. It's very rustic, very modern, very industrial, I should say. That's kind of like I said, I'm going for is just like a kind of modern, industrial, rustic cafe feel, and I think I overall achieved that in this build. I can't really be the judge of that because I am biased because it is my build. So the next area that I'm working on is like the lounge sofa seating area of what I was trying to go for. Um, and there was just a lot of figuring that out, so I just kind of cut it out because there was a lot of um, removing, adding, removing, adding, removing, adding, removing, adding to that area, so I just didn't want it to be there. And you'll see me play around with the countertops, the low countertops, to act like tables or a seating area, with this in the middle, and it looks great. I thought I would do it kind of small or kind of big, just an area where you can get in and out of and stuff, and I wanted it to have like the small cushions there with like a table type area, and it would just be located in the center of the thing, and I think it looked really well. I think it came along really great. It's really neat, and I'm pretty proud of that, honestly. I moved around some of the sofas and stuff that I wanted there, played around with the idea of what could be there. I did add a single table as well to the couch sofa area, just to kind of give it more of that cafe feel. But anyways, that is the end of the cafe build. So here is a nice slow-mo-ish rotation through the entire build for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in part 2 for the gallery build. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay batty. Bye.